What is up, boxing fans? What is up, people around the world? FightHype family and everybody else in between. Thank you for joining me once again on another Z-Cap, another FightHype live here as we get ready to. I mean, we've had fun with the titles a little bit, getting people to join the chat. Yes, some will call it maybe clickbait, but although we never said the fight was official, we would just put Garcia Tank official ? And then etc. etc. But the fight is actually official now. I want to thank everyone for bearing through this long negotiation to get to this fight that is now pretty anticipated, and will definitely it has a very good chance of being the biggest fight pay-per-view wise, financial wise of 2023. A matchup between two guys in their physical prime. One guy definitely more seasoned than the other in Gervonta Davis, but two guys with a lot of explosiveness, great hand speed, great punching power. One guy more seasoned and more skilled, better defensively in Gervonta Davis. The other guy naturally bigger in Ryan Garcia. But it's just about dead even in terms of hand speed and punching power between the two of them. One guy more seasoned, the other guy naturally bigger man. And but the fight is here, and I'm just gonna allow some people to get into the chat, man, and we will sink our teeth into this and look over a few things together. And let's see. Carson Merck saying, I feel like the haircut is somehow worse than usual. Let me, it's not so bad, Car. Give it a day or two. I'm still in the rough first day. I wore a beanie today to the DMV. Now I'm just making it worse. Thank you, Carson. Ugh. But I wore a beanie today to the DMV, and that did me no favors in terms of smoothing the hair out. But anyways, Andrew Ortiz saying, I got Ryan. He's just better. And I knew it, Carson. That's why I gave you the Ron Burgundy gift that I don't believe you. Because I didn't believe you, and here you are. Molly Mall said Sean Z with the fresh cut, Carson. What do you got to say to Molly Mall, Molly Mall picking up the mic, man. I don't know what to say. Carson Merck making fun of my haircut. Saying things like that might leave him heartless. So, anyways, I'm feeling a lot of hip-hop love this week because of the death of Dave from De La Soul. Shout out to De La Soul, best hip-hop group ever. But it is about time that we get things moving. 21 LA's 21 Laz Goo saying, I disagree, but we will find out April 22nd. Yes, the fight is going down April 22nd, not April 15th. Long negotiation kind of pushed this back a week, but the fight is here, and we'll take a look now, and we get official confirmation from both fighters. Ryan Garcia, April 22nd, Showtime pay-per-view and DAZN pay-per-view, Las Vegas, Nevada. And then we get confirmation from did I disappear here? Let me see. Oh, I did. Excuse me. Here I am. We can't look at this information without me in the bottom left corner. So yeah, Gervonta Davis going ahead and letting us know first and foremost. He was the first guy to tweet it out, April 22nd, and then Ryan Garcia following up. Steven Espinoza, Joe Markowski, the two heads of DAZN and Showtime Sports, going ahead and confirming it, so we know everything's legit. No venue is official yet. Keith Idec reporting that. Keith Idec of Boxing Scene. But Ryan and Tank confirming that the fight is official for April 22nd. Got pushed back a week. And then just for some fun, thought I'd let Oscar De La Hoya tell it.
This is what you're going to get. After 8 months, I made this happen. Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis, done deal. This is what you wanted. This is what you're going to get.
That's right. Oscar De La Hoya, solely on his own, through his own sheer will, with no other parties involved, not the fighters, not anyone else in the business deal. He made it happen, just like he made it happen in the ring with Julio Cesar Chavez in 1996 at Caesar's Palace. If you let him tell it. That was just funny. It was just funny. Obviously, Oscar did not get it done all by himself. Took a lot of work to get it done. There was some bad blood that kind of had to go under the bridge here between De La Hoya and the PBC and Showtime. But ultimately, big fights that really do draw revenue tend to bring people together. It's funny how money has that effect, and understandably so. And so this fight. Fights that have people with differing promoters and networks, they really come together when both sides really feel like they can still make a lot of money despite having to share half the revenue with another promotional outfit or network. And this fight fits the bill. You're going to have some estimates out there that the fight could do $1 million plus. It's tougher these days when you just look at pay-per-view numbers. Two heavyweights in Fury and Wilder, they flirted with $1 million but didn't quite get there in their second fight, and then it dropped back down to $600K for that third fight. So I'm thinking more in the ballpark that people should be happy with 500 to 600,000 pay-per-view buys. Anything beyond that is pretty great. But I think, especially in today's era, 5 to 600K, that'd be pretty good. But to get into the fight, before we really use our boxing brains here and talk about the tape we've all watched, because I know I have a very smart and savvy chat and group of people that come and visit these lives. I know we got some great boxing knowledge that joins us in the chat. So, but before we get into that, we'll look at some stats basically, which you don't look at stats in boxing as much as you do in other sports. But Tank, obviously, 28 years old. He is the shorter guy. He's about let's round down in height and round up in reach. He's got 4 inches of height disadvantage against Ryan Garcia, and let's say 3 inches of reach advantage for Ryan as well. So 4 inches of height, 3 inches of reach for Ryan. You look at Tank's record, and there's still obviously work to be done to really become a Hall of Fame great fighter. But you look at guys like Jose Pedraza, who went on to become world champion at 135. He fought him back in 2017. You look at Yuriorkis Gamboa, who was well past it, but still a savvy veteran who can frustrate you and take you rounds, especially when he shuts it down and isn't trying to win. So there's some experience to be gained there. Leo Santa Cruz, whose only loss was to Frampton, and he avenged it in a rematch. Santa Cruz, a smaller, thinner guy. Good height actually, but smaller, thinner guy moving up in weight. Tank did what he did there, knocked him out. You could argue that's his best win, along with Pedraza. Barrios, a tall 140-pounder who's now at welterweight, and a solid welterweight at that. So that was a big guy at 140, or a tall guy, definitely, you could say. Isaac Cruz, good pressure fighter, knows how to put the pressure on and cut the ring off. Good little armadillo defense, as someone in the chat said a little while ago. Then you get Rolly, who's dangerous and not seasoned and polished, but dangerous guy, good puncher. And then Hector Luis Garcia, who did his thing against Chris Colbert. And then you look at Ryan's record, and the most notable guys there are Fortuna and Campbell. Those are the two guys that have... Campbell has never been a world champion, but he challenged for it against top fighters several times and was competitive. And then Fortuna did have a belt, I believe, at 130 pounds. So, those are... So the edge in, opposition and experience, it goes to Tank. He's 28. He's more of a finished product. Ryan's 24. And since, let's call it, Halloween 2020... the last 2.5 years, Tank has fought 5 times, and Ryan Garcia has fought 3 times. So Tank has the edge in experience, quality of opposition, and activity over the last 2.5 years heading into this. But Ryan has his edge in size and physical attributes. He's got 4 inches of height and 3 inches of reach, and he pretty much equals Tank in hand speed and punching power. He's not as good with his upper body movement, not as flexible as Tank, doesn't feint like Tank, isn't as nuanced and as savvy in some of his skills. He's a little more easier to figure out his tool bag, but when you punch as hard as he does and have the kind of hand speed and explosiveness he does and the kind of height he does at 135 pounds, at 5'10", almost flirting with 6 feet, he's a problem. So Tank's the favorite in this fight. He will be the favorite in this fight. Hell, let's look up the odds right now. Already, let's look up the early odds. Tank's going to be the favorite early on. Garcia is now listed at a plus 120 odds. So that means, or plus 160 odds. So that means, early on they already got Tank a slight favorite. Not a huge favorite, though, at plus 160. That's not a big deal. But I expect that to widen a little bit. I think Garcia will be plus 2 something by the time we get to fight night, and Tank will be minus 180, 190, maybe even as high as minus 200, minus 220. Because Tank has better positioning, better defense, things that don't sell. They both can sell tickets with the highlight reel knockouts, but the little nuances in defense and in feinting and in positioning, Tank has that over Ryan Garcia, but Ryan can combat that with his size. Tank gives away rounds. Tank is going to have to close distance in this fight, and he risks walking into that check left hook from Ryan Garcia that comes out like a whip with, blazing hand speed. And Ryan, there's definitely a path to victory in this fight. If in the first half of the fight, when Tank usually gives away rounds, he does enough to take them, but doesn't overextend himself, doesn't start reaching with power shots, potentially walking into a counter, getting caught in between punches with his chin up. If Ryan just kind of takes what the defense gives him, like they say in football, then he could find himself up 4 rounds to 2, maybe 5 rounds to 1 after 6 rounds. And then when Tank has to start taking chances, and as the shorter guy has to cut distance, and that's where that experience against a guy like Barrios helps Tank. He's had to do that before against a tall fighter. Not as dynamic and as explosive as Ryan, but a tall, good fighter in Mario Barrios. And Tank will have to cut that distance, and if he's behind on the cards and has to take some chances, he could get checked by that whip of a left hook. But I expect Tank in the first half of the fight to kind of download the data, like they say about Lomachenko and Crawford, and to try to draw that check hook out a couple times. Turn Ryan into the one-trick pony and figure that hook out, figure out the angle to step in on it, to not get caught by it, and catch him with his chin up in the air eventually. And Tank is also a really good body puncher, and Ryan's long, slender abdomen is very appetizing for a guy who knows how to dig to the body, and Gervonta does. Gervonta's not an active guy, that's why he can give away rounds, but he's very accurate, and when he fights in his bursts, they're deadly, they're accurate, powerful, and it's going to come at some point, and Ryan has to know that. And if he's ahead in the fight, and he knows one of those bursts is coming in round 7, 8, 9, he can take advantage of that if he can time Tank in between one of his shots with that left hook. But early on, he shouldn't give him that left hook too much, especially if Tank's not coming forward looking to cut distance and could walk into it. Use that long, straight right hand against the southpaw if you're Ryan Garcia. Take that early on. Ryan doesn't have a jab, so we can't expect him to turn into his promoter, Oscar De La Hoya, overnight and start double jabbing Tank and jabbing him to death to establish his range and reach. But he's shown the ability to have a good straight right hand sometimes, maybe a little underutilized, and he'll have to use that on the outside because the straight right hand, you can still keep your distance. The left hook, you got to let the guy cut some distance to walk him into the hook. So Ryan might just want to touch him with the straight right hand against the southpaw early and then take his chance with the check hook once Tank has to take chances if he's behind on the card. That's the path to victory for Garcia, I think. For Tank, it's just be Tank and be on your P's and Q's, and eventually this kid will make a mistake and leave that chin up, and you could feint him out of position and then step in, boom, with the overhand left like Luke Campbell did, although Luke Campbell's a much taller guy than Tank, but Tank's a much better fighter than Luke Campbell. But for Gervonta, I think the key to this fight is going to be his savvy, his skills that he's accumulated, being a little more active and against better competition than Ryan. Ryan skipping the Hesta fight. I didn't love that. Again, you're less active than Gervonta. Gervonta got that fight off in January, and he's already dealing with more experience than you. At the end of the day, experience doesn't fully win fights. If the other guy's just better, if he's just better, he's going to win, even if he's more green, not as seasoned. But I don't think Ryan's really better. I think he's bigger. I think he equals Tank's talent and speed and punching power, but he's not as good a boxer skill-wise as Tank. He's not as good defensively as Tank. And I gotta favor Tank Davis in this fight. But Ryan Garcia, I already explained the path that I could see him winning. I could definitely see him pulling this off. But his lack of experience at the top level, like Tank, who's fought on numerous pay-per-views, that could cost him a little bit in this fight. And so I got to give the edge to Davis there based on the things that I'm saying. But the fight will end in a knockout. I do feel sure of that. Either Tank is going to walk into a left hook at some point and get badly hurt, or Ryan's going to leave his chin up one too many times and get caught badly, and he will not recover at some point with a big shot. Probably a left hand from Davis. I don't see the right hook or the right uppercut from Davis. I do think Davis will have to first touch Garcia to the body. I think that's what Calvin Ford is probably going to be telling Tank. We got to touch him in the first half, first 6-7 rounds downstairs with a couple of good shots. Not only to break him down, because Tank's not the guy usually like an Errol Spence that's just going to stay to the body, break you down, but also just to make him think about it, that angle. that make him bring that elbow down just a little bit, and then boom, that's when he comes up with the left hand and catches him. And Tank knows how to change levels with his punches. That's the nuance I'm talking about. That Garcia at 24, not actually been in a world title fight yet, hasn't shown yet against Tank, and despite his height and his speed, not having that authoritative jab, but he has shown a straight right hand, so he could make that work. So we shall see. Dejan French saying Ryan doesn't even punch harder than Haney. I don't believe that. I think Haney would beat Ryan. I think Haney is, obviously the lightweight champion, but I don't think he's punching like Ryan Garcia. And I also say that based on guys that have sparred both, and definitely will tell you Devin's the better boxer, but that Ryan's the better puncher. So this fight won't go 12, says Bassmania TV. Free agent Leo says Ryan has no head movement whatsoever. Imagine going against a power fighter with no head movement. Vol Crush says, has Ryan been in any wars? I'm new. Vol Crush, not necessarily a war, but he showed his heart getting dropped by Luke Campbell in the second round, getting up and dominating that fight really after the knockdown and winning by a 7th round, knockout body shot. So Ryan has shown his heart in that Luke Campbell fight. But Tank's a more seasoned guy. Sean P says, can't wait to see you after this fight. Appreciate that, Sean P. We'll be live with something after that. And I'll be in the building April 22nd. It's here in Las Vegas. I'll be, and I guess we should, because it's in Vegas, but we don't know where yet. And let me go ahead and bring that up with the great Keith Eidick, my man. Shout out to my man Keith Eidick. Let's see here. Get some chain messages. Still get a lot of chain messages here. And all right, here we go. Okay, the Gervonta Davis Ryan Garcia fight has been pushed back 1 week from April 15th to April 22nd. It'll still be held in Las Vegas, but the venue hasn't been solidified. But MGM Grand Garden and T-Mobile Arena are the front runners, but the Raiders Allegiant Stadium has been explored. So for me personally, I gotta vote MGM Grand. MGM Grand still just has the vibe. T-Mobile loves the UFC. They even have the UFC advertised on front, so that's really more their golden child. I mean, they have big fights there. Canelo's fought there, Fury and Wilder have fought there, etc. But Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor, but they really, the UFC is their home, and boxing, its home, really its mecca hasn't been Madison Square Garden over the last 30 years, but the MGM Grand Garden Arena has been the mecca. And that's just where the vibe's at. People go straight from the fight to the casino, to the club. There is no walking out of arena and then getting to the casino. The casino has all the energy as fight week gets closer and closer to Saturday night. These guys are big, big draws, especially, Tank's a proven draw, especially at the gate. And Ryan, has always felt like a guy, if you put him in a big fight, he's going to draw, more on potential than what he's done so far. But, the MGM seats about 16,000. T-Mobile's over 20,000. Let these two young guys fight at the MGM first, where all the history's at, where the real energy is going to be at on fight night for all the celebrities and everybody there ringside. And then if they deliver, like people hope, then the rematch could be in an Allegiant or a T-Mobile or something like that. And then also, just for us selfishly media guys, covering fights at T-Mobile is the worst. It's hard to get you guys those post-fight interviews at T-Mobile. At MGM, it's a little more convenient and all that. But beyond that, that's, beyond any, selfish reasons like that, I just think the MGM is always the best vibe for these big fights in Vegas. That's the real home of boxing for the last 30 years. So, let's see here on the chat. Free agent Leo coming in again saying Tank has hella heart. He gets hit all the time. Nothing new to him. That's how he baits them in. If you knew boxing, you'll understand why he does that. Casanova Boxing and more said, hey, what about Showtime? I didn't see it come up on Showtime. Yeah, it's on Showtime. It'll be Showtime and it'll be DAZN as well. Will be carrying the fight. I think DAZN's going to offer some kind of deal where you can get it free for a month if you order the pay-per-view on DAZN or something. So And then, of course, Tank, or the rematch is on DAZN if Ryan can win, but, that's a moot point if he doesn't win that fight. And then, who was it? My man Chava, I believe. My man Chava. Shout out to you, Chava. My man Salvador Rodriguez, out of Mexico, letting people know that Jaron Boots Ennis will be back, possibly against Romain Villa, and William Zepeda will be fighting on the undercard of Tank and Ryan Garcia. So those are two good fighters, obviously, especially Boots. And people like Willie Zepeda. They rate him in the top 10 at lightweight. He's a fun fighter as well. So, solid undercard already to go with the big main event that people are waiting for. Jackie Hernandez, thank you so much for the $2. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. So, G. Martinez saying, is Tank defending his Reggie belt? I'm not sure. And, in the words of Leonard Ellerby, it won't really matter, will it? No one going to the fight will really care. This isn't, this is a fight for the casuals, if not as much or just as much as it is for the hardcores, because the hardcores are excited for this fight because they all know the talent that Ryan's always possessed, and obviously the talent that's a little, that's more proven with Tank. So it's a big fight. It's not a title fight. The title fight is Lomachenko and Haney. But this is the bigger fight, and the fight I'm a little more excited for. I definitely am looking forward to Haney and Lomachenko. I expect Haney to win that fight. That's a good fight as well. But Tank and Ryan's the more exciting fight. Two guys in their physical prime and two big punchers too. So a little more excited definitely for Tank and Ryan. But Haney and Lomachenko a good fight too. Dejan French saying, okay, serious question. Do you want a Tank Ryan too? Well, to answer that, I got to see the fight first, and then we'll see. If the first fight is good. I actually don't expect a fast fight, a fast pace in this fight. I don't expect 60, 70 punches thrown between both fighters. That's not how these two fight. Actually, I expect this fight to kind of have the suspense that you see in heavyweight fights sometimes, where it's not the biggest pace, but every shot could have knockout written on it, and someone's going to get hurt at some point. And in that aspect, this will be a little bit like that. It's not going to be a Morales-Barrera 60, 70 punches around. That's not these two guys' styles. They're economical with their punch output. Tank even a little more than Ryan, who doesn't throw a lot of punches. So no, but I expect it to be suspense, edge of your seat on every punch, because with their level of hand speed and punching power that it could end or be on the brink of ending with any punch. So I don't expect too many. The only way we get a round of the year in this fight is if you get a De La Hoya Cuarte, where both guys get dropped in the same round, or both get badly hurt in the same round, which is definitely possible with these two. But I don't think you're going to get crazy, vicious 5-6 punch exchanges between the two of them. These guys are looking to place 1, 2, 3 at the most bombs, and that's what it's going to be. So, and I don't think it goes distance. So also to break down this fight, these two have one common opponent, and I don't know how much there really is to take away from that, but we'll examine it at least. Francisco Fonseca from Nicaragua, and I was actually at Tank's fight. I might have been there when Ryan beat him as well, but I know I was there when Tank beat him on the Mayweather-McGregor undercard. I was there at the fight. When did Ryan beat him? He beat him at the Honda Center. No, I wasn't there. So Francisco Fonseca, Tank, who really had a terrible time making weight after he beat Pedraza and Liam Walsh. He had to fight Francisco Fonseca on the co-main event of Mayweather-McGregor, and that fight went 8 rounds. And even though the scorecards had him up 5 points, 3 points, 5 points, this was maybe actually the worst performance of Tank's career since he beat Pedraza, even though he won the fight by knockout, although it was kind of to the back of the head, to the side of the back of the head of Fonseca. And Tank was just really flat that night. He wasn't himself. Apparently had a tough time making weight. And so it took him 8 rounds to get Fonseca out of there. When Fonseca fought Ryan Garcia 3 years later, Ryan knocked him out in the first round. So take from that what you will. So on paper, they have one common opponent. Ryan knocked him out in 1 round. Tank took 8 rounds. Tank's fought, many more, or has fought more world champions. Ryan's only fought one to my mind, Javier Fortuna, And, he did not have a belt on him at the time they fought. Tank's fought 5 times in the last 2.5 years. Ryan's fought 3 times in the last 2.5 years. Equal just about in speed and punching power. One guy's got better skills than Tank, and then one guy's bigger in Ryan. Add it all up, and I think Tank's the favorite, but Ryan's definitely worth a run for your money. Mala Gente saying Sean making excuses. What excuses and for whom, Mala Gente? I want to know. Tip Bayless saying every fighter has limitations. That's true, every single one. Even guys like Roy Jones, Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather. Mayweather in firepower, not a great puncher. Ali overly relying on his reflexes. Like Roy Jones too, overly relying on them reflexes. Once they started to recede a little bit, they got hit more, and that they paid for it more. So absolutely true by my man Tip Bayless. Always great to see him. Jesus the Genius says, "Sup, Sean? Do you expect a press tour, maybe a 4-city or a world tour?" I've kept hearing, talking to people in the business that they're gonna have some tour. I've heard from people that it could be a 3-city tour: L.A., Vegas, and New York. But I was being told that a couple weeks ago, and with how long this fight took in negotiations, I don't know if they have enough time to do it. I mean, they do have enough time, but I don't know. We'll see. I wouldn't be surprised, but those are the cities I heard floated out there. It would be a 3-city thing if it is going to happen: Vegas, LA, and New York. So if you guys live in any of the 3, maybe get ready to get some shit signed. Swift Sloan says Ryan has no inside game. I hear what you're saying, but to get to the inside against his tall frame, you got to be risking walking through the landmines, walking through the check left hook that can put you out with one shot, and that's what's going to make that's like saying Deontay Wilder doesn't really, okay, to kind of compare there, it's kind of like saying Deontay Wilder doesn't have an inside game, but the reason why guys just don't get inside on him and go to work is because you got to risk walking through that landmine at the range before you get in close. Deontay's right hand, Ryan's left hook. But I'm still looking for Halamente, who told me we were making excuses earlier. You saying Tank had issues in the Fonseca fight, says Mala Gente. Oh, like making excuses for Tank. I get what you're saying. I'm just calling it like I see it, Mala. I don't think Tank on his P's and Q's and being sharp, and that's on him that he didn't look impressive that night. And people were booing him in the T-Mobile that night because they thought the knockout was a little dirty with Fonseca. So, he didn't get a lot of praise that night. So I'm not making excuses for him. I'm just saying I know when he's on his game. I know when he's sharp, like he was against Santa Cruz. And, he wasn't sharp that night. And that's on him. Ryan Garcia wasn't sharp the night he fought Jason Velez. He wasn't really sharp, even though he almost won every round against Emmanuel Tego. He was sharp against Luke Campbell. Though that's the 2 versions I'm looking to show up, is the Tank that fought, Santa Cruz and Mario Barrios against the Ryan Garcia that took out Luke Campbell and took out Fortuna in his last fight. I would have still loved to see Ryan get it in with Hesta, a short southpaw like Tank, but that's all right. So let me see here. A few other things we are going to, and I'll read the chat too, but we're going to go over a little bit of Matias Ponce, the fight on Showtime, IBF super lightweight title on the line. Jeremias Ponce doesn't really use his height, and they don't show the height here, but he's 5'11", and Matias is 5'8". He doesn't really use his height or his reach. He will use his jab, but no straight right hand behind it, no rangy type shots. It's more his uppercut. He'll dig to the body. He'll throw the left hook, but he likes to more come underneath despite being a tall guy. He kind of gives up his height. And against Subriel Matias, who loves to just throw combinations in the pocket, both guys have very leaky defenses and like to throw combinations, so it should be a really fun stylistic fight. Got to give the edge to Matias, but I guess we'll talk about that in a little bit too. But while we're here too, I mean, these guys ain't Alexis Arguello and Aaron Pryor, but it got me thinking about fights where the shorter guy, took out the taller guy. Help me out here, chat. What's some of your favorite fights? Tank's the favorite here. What's some of your favorite fights where the shorter guy, took out the taller, maybe rangier guy? And, Pryor, Arguello came to mind. These guys aren't Pryor and Arguello yet, but that came to mind. Maybe even, this fight, Brewster and Klitschko. Brewster would be in the Tank role. Klitschko, again, much different styles. But yeah, in the chat, if you guys want to help me out there and think of a few, short guy swinging up at the taller guy, taking him out, like we might see with Tank and Ryan, or we might see Tank walk into that hook, So we'll see. Y'all sleeping on Ryan, says Zan J. And by the way, chat. I think it's only appropriate. I think it's only appropriate as well that that we play with oh no, you know what? I'm tripping, chat. I think it's only appropriate that as we get closer to the day, we will play with some Ryan Garcia on this stream. We will play some Undisputed with Ryan Garcia since the fight is official. I think it's only fitting. We will get some Ryan Garcia gameplay in on Undisputed, but we'll wrap up with that. But we're still talking real life boxing for a minute here. Pryor and Arguello. Again, this fight's not going to look like that. Two different styles. Again, more suspense behind each and every punch. It's not going to be a lot of combination. I don't expect a lot of combinations. I mean, we don't know until fight night. But I expect more single shots, trying to place a bomb on each other, that kind of fight. Kind of like how Rolly and Tank were fighting as well. Let's see. Mayweather versus Corrales, says Jeff Green. That's a great one. The shorter guy beating up Pac-Man versus Margarito, says Bass Mania TV. You know what? For you guys giving such good... For you guys giving such good suggestions, why not? You get some. Let's take a look. Yep, Pacquiao Margarito, 5'6", beating up 5'11". This will be 5'5", taking on 5'10". Yep. And then the other one, my man suggested, Mayweather Corrales. That was 5'8". 5'8" guy taking out the. Yeah, look at that. Look at that height difference there. 5'8" guy taking out the 5'11" guy, and Chico Corrales. By the way, Chico Corrales has to make the Hall of Fame. Your boy got admitted into the Boxing Writers Association of America. Actually was the first videographer to ever do it. That's cool. But one of the first orders of business for me at getting a Hall of Fame vote is to vote this man in, Diego Chico Corrales. I think it's well overdue that he gets in the Hall of Fame, and I'm at least gonna vote for him for what it's worth. So yeah, a couple good ones there. Mayweather, Corrales, Pacquiao, Margarito, Brewster, Klitschko, Aaron Pryor against Alexis Arguello. 4KZ says Tank has a chin and too much power. Kenneth Dimitros saying Barrios doesn't have half the punching power or hand speed as Ryan, and I agree. I don't know about half actually. But I get what you're saying. The punching power and hand speed of Ryan is superior to Barrios, although Barrios was able to stop Santiago at welterweight, so Barrios has some pop for sure, and isn't slow. It's just against Thurman and Tank, they're faster. But what it did credit for Tank is even if you gotta look at that, you gotta look at some of those attributes. You're not gonna simulate it fully. Against a guy at the top talent level of Ryan, but he's faced something similar, and maybe I think Fortuna was a southpaw, so at least Ryan did get to stop a shorter southpaw, get a look at that. But I think Ryan should have fought that Hesta fight, even though Hesta, he's levels below Tank, but he's still got a little explosive Filipino American, shorter southpaw guy. That would have been a good little tune-up for Ryan and to keep him sharp, But yeah, I agree that Ryan's talent level is different than Barrios, but Barrios isn't a slouch. Ring Raps saying Prime Tyson versus all comers. One love from the UK. Raps, thank you, Ring Raps. Much love to you, brother, for the $2. Appreciate that. Boxing Fanatic saying no boxer should be afraid to take an L, and us fans shouldn't criticize, take an L and come back. Larry Lopez says some people had Cruz beating Tank. I didn't, but thought Tank did enough, even with that right jab with that left hand hurt down the stretch to win it. But it was a competitive fight for sure. When Tank Kina Dimitro saying when Tank fights punchers, he backs up and retreats like he did against Cruz and Romero. Yeah, interesting. You're right. You know, he might instead of looking to cut, and that's what I mean. Early on, he could just be giving rounds away doing that. You know, early on, you know, letting Garcia bank rounds as he kind of stays on the outside in no man's land and looks to kind of download data and take a look at what Ryan's arsenal is and figure him out before he starts to step in there. You know, Ryan could build a little lead doing that, but Ryan hasn't shown the defensive skill yet to make you believe he's going to stay out of the way of everything for 12 rounds. So, you know, we'll have to see. He's the underdog. Larry Lopez saying PBC threatened Ryan not to take a tune-up. Yeah, I saw Ryan tweet something about it, because at first he made it sound like it was his decision. I don't need a tune-up. I'm ready to go. Let's get straight to it. But then later, you know, about a month or two later, he says it was kind of co-opted into it, and that's something I want to ask Ryan Garcia next time I get the chance to interview him. You know, maybe that won't be until fight week in Vegas. Maybe I could take a drive up to California in March and get an interview for you guys. We'll see. But you know, we shall see there. Let me see. They deny Ryan. 4KZ saying you got to know boxing and not just be in here being a fan. Yeah, you're right. This is high level. You know, this is people who definitely watch tape in this chat. I know that from what people have told me in the chat. So we draw a high IQ boxing crowd here. Zanjay saying Tank lost to Cruz. Damn, I've seen that opinion a couple times. But Frankie Sr. saying, don't you need Gervonta's permission to talk about this? Doesn't he dislike you? FightHype. Frankie Sr., that is definitely not, no. There is no law that says that you know, an athlete has to like you in order to talk about the competition they're performing in. But appreciate your question. And, you know, as you can see, covering Tank fair and square. And we'll call his fight with Ryan Garcia fair and square when we do the round by round that night. Check the other Tank round by rounds. You know, always give him credit. One of the most coordinated, great dexterity. You know, offense to defense. Good. You know, great puncher. Great hand speed. Good positioning. Doesn't throw a lot of punches per round, and guys can take advantage of that. Still would like to see him go up against a Devin Haney one day. I favor Haney there because Haney is a tall young guy who's going to be a welterweight one day and a 154-pounder one day. I think I hear my son back there. But, nah, man, we keep it fair and square here for Tank and for every other fighter. So yeah, maybe we'll get to a little Matias Ponce. Any picks on this fight, guys? To Saturday night tomorrow on Showtime. Oh, shit. And then I got to... Man, my son is being loud. Do you guys hear my son back there? I might have to tell him to chill. But... yeah, this is just going to be an all-action fight. Could definitely see Ponce beating Matias because Matias is beatable. You know, he's very beatable, very leaky defensively, but he's a little more talented, more smooth than Ponce, better puncher than Ponce. And Ponce doesn't use his height at 5'11". He'll use his jab in the beginning, but there's no straight right hand behind it. He's going to use his jab, and then he's going to look to dig to the body. With the hook, with the uppercut, bring the uppercut up top, bring the hook up top. He's not going to shoot straight line punches to take full advantage of his reach. And, you know, fighting that kind of fight allows Matias to do what he does best, sit in the pocket and let his combinations go. So I got to get the edge to Subriel Matias. I always like to break down the fight on my own. And then if I check the odds from Vegas and they see what I see, I'm usually pretty convinced that that's who's going to win. And Vegas has Matias a minus 400. But both guys don't really have a good defense. And it'll be fun to watch, whoever wins. I got to give the edge to Matias. But he's taken an L before already. He avenged it. His only loss he avenged by knockout against Ananan, Eastern European fighter. But Ananan knew how to walk him into some right hands, knew how to back up a little bit and fire. And Ponce don't really do that. He's a big guy. And that will impose on Matias a little bit. He's a big guy. So even if he's not a bigger puncher, a big guy banging on you like that on the inside, you know, that could take its toll. So, but I give the edge to Matias. Let's see here. Pinguino 10 says FightHype hates all the most exciting fighters like Canelo and Tank. You still drunk off Floyd. You know, FightHype is a collection of men. But anyways, but to answer to that, Pinguino 10, it's no Canelo haters here in this office, my friend. On FightHype, there he is right there. There he is right there. Canelo. The damn frame picture says it 3 times, and then right to him, Winky Wright, also a former unified super welterweight champion. Then we got Morales and Barrera. Eric Morales, and I'm Italian, you know, and I love Arturo Gatti, but Eric Morales was boxing's ultimate blood and guts warrior. All due respect to the great blood and guts warrior Gatti, but El Terrible was the all-time blood and guts warrior of the new millennium. So I love exciting fighters. I got the Salvador Sanchez poster right there, and then we got Bernard Hopkins out of frame, and Manny Pacquiao, and Cotto out of frame, and Muhammad Ali out of frame. But you are tripping, Pinguino 10. I take offense to your statement there, and I just had to clear that up, my friend. So yeah. G Martinez saying FightHype ain't no LDBCQ member, no sir, but do what you do out there. Molly Mall, would you rather take a Deontay Wilder fight right hand at point blank or live life with only 7 toes? Damn. I don't know. I'm leaning towards 7 toes because I want my brain to be right. My brain is more important than my toes, and maybe with 7 toes I can milk some sympathy points and things in life can be easier. It's like, hey, Terrence Crawford, can I get this interview? No, like Terrence Crawford tends to like to do. And then I could say, well, I only have 7 toes now, Terrence Crawford, and then Terrence Crawford gives me the interview. So I'll go with 7 toes over the Deontay Wilder right hand. Zan J saying Tank fans be working at Walmart pulling a $20,000 debt. But Tank fans also are millionaires ringside. So what you're saying is true. And then there's also, millionaires that fly out to Baltimore, Atlanta, LA, Vegas to see him fight. So everywhere in between. Life is Good said Salvador Sanchez, Canelo can't even be mentioned in the same sentence or the same night as the legend Salvador Sanchez. Wish he was still alive. Life is Good. I think Salvador is the greatest Mexican fighter of all time. I'll say it. Yeah, I know he died young. I know guys like Chavez, Marquez, and Canelo did it in more divisions longer. But I got that's my preference. I got Salvador Sanchez. He was like kind of like a Sugar Ray Leonard at 126 pounds. Different. Yeah, it fought in his own way too, but still the constant movement, combinations, the smoothness, the beautiful constant rhythm. But Canelo's definitely right up there with Salvador and has eclipsed him in accomplishments. And Canelo with his head movement and explosiveness, being the rare slick counterpuncher on the front foot. It's just he has a very unique style that he's made his own over the years, Canelo Alvarez. Fighting on the front foot with the constant upper body movement and then throwing the bombs off of it. So, no, Canelo's definitely a great fighter. Me personally, I love all the great fighters. Some of them I love more than others. But everyone who's in that tier, from Canelo to Floyd to Pacquiao to Hopkins to, Arguello and Duran and Chavez and on and on and on and on and on and on and all the way back to Archie Moore and Jersey Joe. Once you get to a certain level of greatness, if you appreciate boxing, you got love for those guys, and you're always going to have your preference some over the others. But once you get to a certain level of ability as a fighter, if you appreciate the sport, you're gonna find yourself having some love for those guys. Even sometimes when you think their personality isn't the best, although most of the great fighters I tend to like anyways, and I tend to accept them as they come because they're great fighters, and I try to glean from them what they bring to the table with their talent, and not try to take away from it what maybe I do or what I do or don't like. So but yeah. Jacob 808 says Inoue Fulton, who y'all got? I gotta go with Fulton. Inoue fighting at home. A little bit of that Pacquiao effect where you could be touching him up and outboxing him and walking him into shots, and then that explosion comes each and every round. And when he touches you, your legs do a funny dance or you go down, and that offsets your good boxing work that you've been touching him with. So I gotta favor Inoue. Oh wait, who's coming in to see me? We gotta have a quick cameo. I think my son wanted to say hi to everybody once again, and then we gotta get to some. Some undisputed soon. Gotta get some undisputed soon, but. Yo says, I think Benavidez annihilates Plant. I got David winning that fight. D Strike says, FightHype, how come you dislike FightHype? We don't, man. In competition, both sites want to be the best, and that's all that is. Healthy competition that spurs both of us on to make better content, do better interviews for everybody. So no, I don't hate FightHype at all. So. But yeah, is your son going to be boxing soon, says Giovanni Bergazzi? Yeah, I want him to, when he's 4 or 5. No, not 4 or 5. When he's maybe 5, but 6, 7, yeah, I do want to take him to the gym. The most I can really teach him is, 1, 2, 3, uppercut, catch. Bring the elbow down a little bit to catch a body shot. But I don't know head movement. I don't know a lot of the... That's when I got to take him and hope someone like a Kenny Porter or Augie Sanchez has enough time in his day if I throw him $100 to show my son something here and there. But I do want my son to do some boxing so that no one will bully him, and that he learns what courage is all about. Not in the streets, not getting into fights or, stupid stuff, but learning that courage in the gym, for his character. Hopefully he's not too scared and I'm not making him cry there in the gym or nothing like that. Hopefully he takes to it and has a good little experience with it. I don't want him to fight professional or nothing like that or have some crazy amateur career, but I would like him to learn some things from boxing. TKO Flores saying Benavidez knocked down twice by a jab equals tough chin. Ryan knocked down once by an overhand equals glass jaw. TKO Flores, I only know of one knockdown for David Benavidez in that first fight with Ronald Gavril, and in that first fight, David Benavidez was 20 years old. He was still a couple months away from turning 21, and then in the rematch, he dominated Ronald Gavril, sent him to the hospital, I kind of made a comparison post about that on Twitter 2 weeks ago, where I said, bringing up that Ronald Gavril knockdown in that first fight with Benavidez, it's a little bit like bringing up when Canelo got hurt by Jose Cotto at 19. Canelo was 10 months younger than David was. He was 19 and David was 20. But it's kind of like bringing up Canelo getting hurt by Jose Cotto when he was 19. Like, it was so long ago. They were such a puppy at the time. Canelo wound up winning that fight by knockout. David wound up dominating Gavril in a rematch. So I don't know how much you could really glean from that. But David's chin is still a little untested at the top level. He's a little untested, period, at the top level. But he, to me, could potentially be a great offensive fighter. One of the best offensive fighters in boxing. Hand speed, punching power, combination punching, good jab to set it all up, reach. So I think he could potentially be one of the best offensive fighters in boxing. The skills and the defensive plant will put that to the test, March 25th. So we'll see. Just going to go over a few more in the chat, and then maybe let's get into some undisputed. You guys really showed out tonight, though, man. Coming in well over 400. I want to thank you guys. My man Kenneth or Kina Dimitro saying, I think if Fulton could stick to his boxing game plan, he would have a chance against Inoue. But he tried to beat you at your game, and he tries to trade shots with Inoue. It'll be an early night. Well, he is from Philadelphia. He's from Philly. So Philly is going to bring it sometimes. They're not going to just box all 12 rounds. But, I think Fulton, even if he does what you're talking about, Kina, that could be offset by Inoue just having moments every round where when he touches Fulton, the power shows up. And he could take rounds from Fulton that offset, long periods of good work by Fulton, just getting touched to the body, and he moves physically and the judges see it, and the fight gets away from him that way. We'll see. Zan J saying, I heard comments mocking Canelo, making fun of his appearance. Well, Canelo gets bitches, so I don't really care about his appearance. But since you bring it up, he gets bitches, so I don't. Now you're gonna get me in trouble talking that way about females, and don't do that. Talking about lovely, I love women. Anyway, I was just being funny, but Inoue gonna stop Fulton, says yo. Haas Delgado says Jacobs versus Boo Boo Andrade. I mean, that fight, I don't know. Andrade these days. Boo Boo Andrade. D Strike says a knockdown is a knockdown. Doesn't matter how long ago was ago. People always bring up Canelo losing to Mayweather. No one gets slack in the fight game, says D Strike. I'm not saying you do slack, but having perspective and context, that's okay. Two things can be true at once. It's okay to give Floyd credit for being a unified, 44-0, strong, undefeated 23-year-old unified champion in Canelo Alvarez. But then it's also fair to say Canelo visibly got better after that fight once he became a middleweight and a super middleweight. And I feel like that people just don't do that enough in boxing and in sports and in life. Is like two things can be true at once, and sometimes it's not this or that. It's something in the middle. And so yeah. Jay Kurt with the $2 super chat. Thank you, brother. Says Devin or Lomachenko, who you got or why? I definitely got Haney. I've always had Haney in that matchup. Haney is a ascending force, and Lomachenko is a declining one. Lomachenko is still a top lightweight, still a top fighter, but like we saw against Jermaine Ortiz, more beatable these days. And Haney, has the athleticism and the footwork to pivot with Loma when Loma constantly tries to get outside his lead foot. Devin, like Teofimo, has that athleticism, to pivot with him each time, pivot and keep the jab on him to keep him, lined up. And, Lomachenko could still always step inside like another southpaw, Jojo Diaz, did and start to hit Devin with left hands as he step inside the long arms. But I think Haney's only getting better. He's a big guy, rehydrating, 20 pounds almost on fight night. And he's going to be a welterweight or a junior middleweight when it's all said and done. And I think an actual strong one, not a blown-up lightweight or 140-pounder. He's going to really grow into those weights. And Loma has maxed out at 135 for a couple years now. It's really not I really think it's clear that Haney's the favorite. I think most people in boxing agree with that at this point. So thank you for the donation. Let's see. What about Haney's inside game? Says slide and counter. I think he's better than Ryan Garcia's, but I think Devin has a good left hook on the inside here and there. Devin's still improving on the inside. He's better on the outside than he is the inside. He knows how to walk you into shots when you look to cut the distance from the outside to the inside. And, he's still getting comfortable and still getting better on the inside there. But I think against a guy like Shakur Stevenson, that's where you would see Devin work more in the inside. I think that's the one style matchup where Devin would actually look to take it inside and bang more than box. Against everybody else, I think he's going to look to box and be the sharper fighter. It'll be Bull says it'll be interesting if Loma comes out looking for the KO. Lomachenko has to be the Lomachenko that fought Nakatani in what was that, June of 2021? He's got to be that guy. Coming with the mean intentions, throwing that straight left hand with bad intentions, not touch, bang, but really throwing just about every shot with bad intentions, coming with a certain spite. That I loved how Lomachenko looked against Nakatani, didn't love how he looked against Comey, and didn't really love how he looked against Jermaine Ortiz. So we'll see. He has perfected his uppercut swings. Love this man, says Lobster Boy. Which guy is that, Lobster Boy? Rudy Gomez says De La Hoya beat Floyd. Okay, well, no, he didn't. Floyd definitely won that fight. But, I was saying, just to show you how much, I'm not just some Mayweather fanboy. I feel like, Oscar might have pulled that fight out against the Floyd. See, I think of boxing more, kind of nuanced. Like I was saying earlier, two things could be true at once. I think Floyd still beat a good Oscar at 34 years old. I think he probably beat the best 154-pounder still in Oscar that night. I think Oscar that night in 2007 at 154, he still would have beaten a Ricky Hatton, a Miguel Cotto. I still think he would have beaten Antonio Margarito. I don't think he would have beat Paul Williams. But I think he would have beat those guys. So Oscar was still a top guy. He had the WBC belt. So Floyd, being his first time ever at 154, he definitely deserved credit for knocking off De La Hoya. It's a big win. It's a hell of a win. But De La Hoya, still at 34, receding hairline, some skinny back fat. He wasn't the guy that fought Fernando Vargas and fought, Shane Mosley. That De La Hoya against a Floyd Mayweather in 2007, who was first coming up to 154, because I think Floyd, by the time he fought Canelo in 2013 at 54, was better than he was at 54 against De La Hoya. When he was really still a welterweight, blowing up to 154. By the time he fought Canelo, really grown man, grown man strength. But I think De La Hoya at 54, the guy that beat Vargas and beat Javier Castillejo, he could have won a split decision against Mayweather and out-hustled him with those flashy combinations that made the crowd and the judges go ooh and ah, even when they didn't always land. And he had the great jab, and he had his feet still back in 2002, 2001. His feet weren't there like that in 2007. So, just since you got to take me back to De La Hoya and Mayweather, I'll take it there. So, let me see here. No venue, no poster, says Johnny's Combat, says no venue, no poster. Let's see. Zanjay said lost to Castillo, in my opinion. I thought that fight was a draw. There was some point deductions there. And depending on how you scored those rounds where there were point deductions, it could have decided the fight. So, all right. But, yeah, hey, I feel like we do got to talk some Tommy Fury. I guess we do got to talk a little Tommy Fury, Jake Paul. Why not? Before we get to the undisputed gameplay. Fight is going down. Let me see the odds. I assume Jake Paul's the favorite. I do favor Jake Paul in this fight. Jake Paul minus 180, Tommy Fury plus 140. So Vegas does see Jake Paul as a favorite. Not a huge favorite by any means, but a favorite. And I would agree because Tommy Fury, he doesn't commit to his punches. He doesn't really fully, let the right hand. Tommy Fury has a good jab, but he does. I haven't trusted that much outside of his jab. He has faster hands than Jake Paul, and actually has better feet than Jake Paul. He could bounce, like his half brother Tyson Fury. He could bounce up and down with that big frame. I have seen him gas a little bit, and that's without throwing a whole lot of punches through 4 or 5 rounds. And Jake Paul, surprisingly, despite no freaking amateur experience, no nothing, he somehow from the gates has been able to go 6 rounds. Now he can go 8 rounds. It's crazy. I got to give him credit because that's crazy. I know so many guys who fought in the amateurs and they gas after 3. Jake Paul may be really showing what Teddy Atlas always talks about. It's mind over matter. He just brings so much confidence and bravado and ego with him from his success outside of boxing into boxing, that it's got him punching above his weight. It's got him beating up guys in sparring he has no business beating up. And but he is, because he believes in himself. And that lends to what Teddy's talking about. 90% of this game is mental. And so I do believe him that he is the more confident guy than Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury doesn't sit down on his punches, and Jake Paul does sit down. He'll take that chance. Jake Paul, to his credit, ate some uppercuts against Anderson Silva, ate a couple of right hands in that first fight with Tyron Woodley. He's fought through a little bloody nose before a couple times. Tommy Fury hasn't, and as much as people want to say Jake Paul's resume is terrible, he beat Anderson Silva, who beat Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. That's by far the best win between the two of them, because Chavez, even though he was well done by the time Anderson Silva fought him, he's got over 50 professional wins and has won the WBC belt at middleweight. Even though, that was bullshit. They took it from Sergio Martinez, and but whatever. He was a very, very, very competent, strong middleweight at one point, and Anderson Silva got that on his record, and Jake Paul has him on his record, and Tommy Fury's combined win-loss of his opponents is something crazy, like 25 wins and 200 losses or something. So Jake Paul is the favorite. I don't love the Jake Paul experience. It's more, I don't hate the player, I hate the game. I realize, to get kind of deep with it for a minute, society's kind of sick, and that's why they love the Kim Kardashian, the Paris Hilton, the Jake Paul, the Tekashi 6ix9ine, that type of shit. But I mean, no one's putting a gun to everyone's head, making them get all this attention and money. So I can't get mad at them for doing it. But I do recognize, it's not really the best thing going on in the world. But anyways, it's a fight at the end of the day. Badou Jack is fighting for a world title in the co-main event. It's a pretty evenly good matchup in terms of these two fighters, Jake Paul and Tommy Fury. I do favor Jake Paul. He's shown more tenacity in his fights, shown more punching power in his fights, and shown more confidence, between the two of them. I think a lot of people in boxing will be pulling for Tommy Fury, but we might have to accept that the Jake Paul thing will continue on. So I give the edge to Jake Paul there. Let me know, chat, who you got. I'll be calling that fight here on FightHype with a round by round. So expect me to hold it down with that. Let me ask my beautiful wife if I can get some water. I'm thirsty. Can I have some water, please, baby? But yeah, Highness saying I think Badou Jack takes it. He deserves it. Yeah, and I agree. Badou Jack is a dog and always has been. And I don't know if he gets into the Hall of Fame, but he wins this fight against Makabu to get himself another world title from 168 to 175 to cruiserweight. He's had a hell of a career, and that'd be a hell of a feather in his cap, getting all the way up to cruiserweight and winning the glamour belt as much as it's trashed itself and its reputation. The WBC is still the glamour belt. Thank you, sweetheart. I love you. So yeah. Alex Perez said, Jake Paul is good for someone who's boxed under 5 years. I agree, especially for someone starting late. Mark Laguna saying, I got Tommy. Nguru keeps asking, FightHype, what is your opinion on Boxing Channel Southpaw 773? Nguru, I don't know. I haven't been able to see the channel, so I can't give an opinion. I don't get around to too many channels these days, having my son and everything, and work and everything, but shout out to the channel Southpaw, and maybe ask me another time when I've had a chance to check it out. So with that, I figure we could finish the stream with some gameplay of the man of the hour, Ryan Garcia. Why not? Well, I'll read a few more comments too. Gerardo Morales saying Ryan goes to sleep. Let me see what else. CA saying society is sick. LOL. Thank you for that. Jake Paul is the modern day Floyd with robbing the bank, says Tip Bayless. Nah, that's disrespectful to Floyd. He had to fight guys in the top 10, top 5 world champions. Guys like, Floyd's easy fights. And granted, don't get me wrong, I was someone like, come on, Floyd, fight Paul Williams, fight Cotto, instead of retiring in 07 after Hatton, come on, fight Cotto when he's undefeated. Margarito got to him now, damn, it's not going to be the same. Back in the boxing talk days, when I was in those chats, I'm like, you won't do it, you won't fight Winky Wright at 154, but all that said, Floyd's easy fights, what were considered his step downs, Robert Guerrero, Marcos Maidana, Victor Ortiz, would be other guys' career defining fights. Andre Berto, his fight with Victor Ortiz is like a career defining fight. Adrian Broner with Maidana, career defining. That's just another W for Floyd. So no, I can't even say Jake's robbing the bank like Floyd. Floyd still had to fight, guys that were, sometimes killers, let alone good world champions. So I wanted Floyd to move up to 160 and fight Sergio Martinez, so I'm right there with you with the fans, back when Floyd was fighting, but still objective enough to realize, he had a sparkling resume, and Jake Paul isn't, anywhere near approaching that by fighting a Tommy Fury. Let's say, hey, Sean, Massimo Capino saying, hey, Sean, are you going to be watching Matias versus Ponce tomorrow? Absolutely, brother. I'll be doing a live round by round. And I do give the edge to Matias because Ponce doesn't use his height. He'll use it a little bit. He'll come in behind the jab a little bit, but he's not throwing the straight right hand behind it. He's looking to dig to the body, come up with the uppercut, come up with the hook. And that's going to let Matias stay in range to throw his hooks and his uppercuts and run his combinations in the pocket. And I give the edge to Matias, but, we'll see. Floyd Floyd's career crushes Fury's, says someone. Well, I mean, Fury's still got a long time to go, and, Fury isn't going to wind up catching up to Floyd there, but Fury is an all-time great heavyweight, and, the best heavyweight in the game. And as it applies to a Usyk situation, Usyk doesn't deserve 50-50 in that fight. True Media Boxing is the channel, D9R Rodri. Not don't mind giving some shout outs sometimes. I wish Maidana had fought Canelo, says Mark Lagunas. No, that would have gone terrible for Maidana. Terrible. He'd have walked into a buzzsaw, and Maidana never fought at 154. He was a 140, 147. That would have went very bad for Marcos Maidana against Canelo. Tank said T-Mobile in his comments, says Alex Yusufu. I appreciate that, Alex, for the update. They could sell out T-Mobile, but me personally, covered several fights at both. MGM Grand is a better vibe, better energy and atmosphere, and selfishly better for media guys to get you guys interviews after the fight. So, Alex Perez said, "Do you have a Discord server?" Nah, but I might go take this gaming undisputed stuff further. Have a Discord, start a Twitch channel soon, something. Actually, while I have you people, I'm gonna while I got you guys held hostage for stuff you actually care about, like Tank and Ryan, before we get to, I'm gonna show you guys. Here was a little counterpunching video I showed today with Terrence Crawford, and then we're gonna jump into the Ryan Garcia gameplay. KO Artist Sports, shout out to you, my man. Love you, brother. Love you, Stevie. Much better for media, as you know. So happy to have you in here, brother. All right, check out this counterpunching though. Wait. We start with the pull right hand. This
counter fighter believes to be anything.
Oh, walked into the jab. Watch this check hook. Bang. Again. Oh, straight right hand. Oh, coming with the sweeping right hand. This is counter punching, guys. Bop! 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 Uppercut. Counter. Oh, with the power jab. Step off, straight right hand. I'm going to make a Canelo video too, don't worry. Ooh. Double jab. Another jab. Hook off the jab. Straight right hand. Straight right hand. Pull counter. Oh, check hook. Oh, uppercut. Oh, pull right hand.
He got buckled again. The knee's buckled. He's still on his feet.
You guys see it.
Tremendous heart. And he goes down.
Oh, counter, little uppercut on the inside.
That jab well at all.
Oh, touch him with the jab, step off. To the body, back up top, combos, straight right hand counter. Oh, left hook counter. The end is near, folks. Are you guys ready? We're approaching the finish him moment. You guys about to see me do this fatality on the highlight reel.
He carries away that left hook.
Oh, he's hurt. That wasn't the fatality, guys. Fatality is yet to come. Here we go. The fatality. Finish him! Fatality.
Let's see if he can beat the count.
There you go. I had to. I had you guys. I had you guys held hostage. I had to show off that little 2 minutes of counter punching. That was beautiful, wasn't it? Okay. So let's go ahead and finish up with some Ryan gameplay, and I'll let you beautiful people get up out of here. Here we go. Thank you everyone for rocking with us, chat. Jeremiah says, thoughts on the Conor Ben WBC ruling? Terrible. Terrible. I like Eddie Hearn. As far as billionaires go, He is always super accommodating with his time and down to earth. I do believe him that he loves boxing because he doesn't have to do this. He could just, sit on his money, and boxing is very stressful. And so, I like Eddie, but it definitely comes off like he paid off the WBC. That's how it comes off. That's how you can speculate. I mean, we don't really know that. So I'm not saying that. I'm just allegedly it comes off like you gave the WBC a bag, and it's ugly on the WBC's part. And I like Mauricio too. Like, I like Eddie personally, but that's some bullshit. So it's some fucking bullshit, and everybody knows it is. And with Conor Benn, and I was enjoying watching him fight, but it's suspicious because Conor Benn was taking leaps forward as a fighter, not because his skills were getting that much better, but because all of a sudden he became much more of an explosive force with his hand speed and punching power. And that's stuff that that's not really supposed to be developed midway through adulthood. You know what I mean? Like, you either have that or you don't. And all of a sudden he became this hard punching, explosive welterweight. So it's suspicious, man, to say the least. When does this game come out? Says a Caesar LBC. I don't know. This is early access only on. This is just early access on PC right now. So, who are these GTA characters? Says Lobster Boy. I am Danny 716 says all the Ryan haters are gonna feel dumb when he wins. Let me see here. Better learn a check hook and how to keep turning with his chin tucked and develop a lead right a la Floyd, or else he's gonna have a lot of problems. Well, I mean, Ryan doesn't have to learn. I think Ryan should learn more from an Alexis Arguello or Oscar De La Hoya, his promoter. He should learn more from their bag than studying someone like Floyd,
Talking the talk, it's now time to walk the walk.
Oh, Josh Taylor. We're fighting Josh Taylor
Johnny Nelson
from Scotland.
Unbelievable. The fans
Beat the piss out of me, yeah? Fighting Josh Taylor.
One of those things.
It's time for our tale
Josh Taylor.
of the tape. Up first,
Let's go.
It's Ryan King Rye Garcia.
Alex
He's
Perez
5
says
foot 10
PC
inches tall
Master Race.
with a
I'm a
70-inch reach.
console boy for life. I love the consoles.
Ryan
Thank God I have a
Garcia,
PC just to
one of
play
those
this game.
famous
But
boxers
otherwise,
the
I'm
world
into
over.
console
The
gaming for sure.
fastest hands in
Still waiting
the
for a
game.
PS5
They
release,
call
says
him
Chris M.
Flash.
Hey Sean, what do you think of Sean Porter's rating in the game? I think Sean should be in the higher 80s, like 87, 88. I think 83 is too low for my man Sean Porter. That's just me. But I do. I mean, you think someone Crawford's a 90, right? And Sean's all the way down at 83, but through 9 or 10 rounds, they were basically keeping pace even. So Sean wasn't 7 points worse than Terrence Crawford. Kina Dimitro saying, Ryan's a weight bully because the game even has him fighting welterweights, right? Wait, let me make sure audio is good here. There we go. Let me lower that just a little bit so you guys can hear your boy still, obviously. All right. Zanjay says, I only pay for DAZN to support real warriors, Hispanics and Europeans. Zanjay, I suggest, this is just me, that you just take that out of it and just love boxing and, just enjoy the fighters regardless of race. If you want to, you want to wave a flag because of your particular country, I get it. Do your thing. Love it. I think that's part of what's great at boxing. But Zanjay, you should just love great fighters, period. But do you, big dog. All right, let's do our thing now with Ryan Garcia. Obviously, we want to finish Taylor with a left hook at some point. Let me just work into my groove here. Bop. We like to start to that body. We like to start to that body early. And eventually, hurt him with the hook up top.
A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up
Good body shot there.
This is not just fight. We are in
Boom! With the hook. That's what we want.
What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Boom! With the hook up top again. At some point, we want to hurt Taylor with that big left hook up top. Oh, I was just off with checking him with it again.
Fails to score with that left hook.
Boom. Oh, good right hand by Josh Taylor. Boom. Got him with the hook again to the body. And then let's reset. Walk this southpaw into the right hand. Yep. There we go. Boom. We're going to clean up with that hook often. And, you know, walk him into the straight right hand. Ryan, not a huge jabber. There we go. Oh, good right hand. Good little sweeping right hand by Taylor, but that's our round. Another left hook to finish the round. One zip, baby. One zip. D9R said Delgado, also the youngest undisputed ever. Delgado? No, what Delgado was undisputed? Oh, you mean Lopez? Teofimo Lopez, you mean? Yeah. Toby Matana says top 5 boxers in boxing right now. Usyk, Bivol, Crawford, Shakur, Gary Russell Jr.? No way Gary's in the top 5, Tony. I'm sorry. Not even in 2016. Keena saying, nah, you piecing him up. Yeah, we're piecing him up. And it'll only get better. I'm going to settle in here. Straight right hand. Straight right hand. Straight right hand. Left hook. To the body. Oh. Stayed in there too long, though. We don't want to always be there for the receipt. Oh, a little off with the hook. Straight right hand. That straight right hand is just there. And that's against the southpaw, you know, against Tank, man. That's the punch he's going to want to take, especially early. It's just that straight right hand out of distance. Tank's not going to look to come in early. So don't give him a look at that check hook and fall short and flail with it too many times to where Tank can download that data and figure it out and figure out what angle, what feint to draw it out and not get hit by it. You know what I'm saying? So get out of here, Josh Taylor. Yeah, against the southpaw, we just want a straight right hand, left hook him to death, basically. Touch the body. Yep. There we go. And we're making easy work out of Josh Taylor right now, man. Hopefully I get you guys a pretty left hook. Hurt him with some point. Look at him just. You're not going to win the fight like that, Josh Taylor. Joshy boy. Oh, Josh Taylor. Good fight with him and Teofimo coming up, by the way. To the body. No. We don't want that to be there for the receipt. We got this dude with handcuffs on, man. He's not letting his hands go.
This is exactly why I love him. Look at him. Toe to toe. Half a
Very close round with 10 seconds.
Look at him. We got Josh Taylor on his bike from Ryan. The length and the power of Ryan Garcia behind his straight right hand. Left hook too much for Josh Taylor early on. Josh Taylor.
I don't know which fighter is winning this bout.
so important. The referee's
Let's see.
fight right. He's got to judge this right. He's got to do his job right.
Alex Perez says he wants to like MMA over boxing, but I just like boxing way more. So keep liking boxing. Like, yeah, why would you want to like MMA over boxing? Just keep liking boxing better. Alex, I agree with you, though. Benavidez isn't a fraud. He's a demon. I agree. Let's see. 2-zip. 2-0. 2-0 with Ryan.
He's going to be the first one to get rocked.
Josh Taylor going to have to take more chances here. Boop. Straight right hand. Boop. Straight right hand. To the body.
Get out of the way, that right hook.
I'm just taking what he's giving me, man. If he's going to keep walking into that straight right hand, keep leaving the body open, and eventually we'll get in the hook up top. But I don't want to
Takes that jab.
go looking for it when it's not there right now. Ooh, see? Didn't need to let go of that last one.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this guy that can seriously hurt you?
Oh, caught him. Yep, with the 2-3. The 2-3s feel good in this game. The straight right hand, left hook, 2-3. Ooh, there it is again. Straight right hand. Oh, straight right hand. We're looking like Floyd with the straight right hand sometimes. Where are you going?
That left lands.
Nah. We're blocking those receipts.
They figure out the combination.
Oh, big left hook.
Caught him with a left hook.
Did that one buzz him a little bit? He felt that left hook counter.
There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
I've seen some
See, I'm not staying there letting 2 and 3 go to the body that time. I know he's waiting for me to stay in there too long and get one back. So I'm touching him with one.
second thoughts in the ring.
Come on, give me something to counter.
Hook misses.
We got him hesitant.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this.
Whoop! Ooh, with the hook, the double hook. Nah. 3 zip. Ryan with the head movement says Kina Dimitro, so realistic.
Could not be any closer, could it, Johnny?
That was super tight.
David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant. That's gonna be a barn burner. Can't wait for that fight too. I got a little bit of the interview with Caleb Plant up from yesterday, but there's a lot more that'll be coming out soon. Me and Caleb's interview, and then I'll definitely get to talk with David before the fight too. So, Caleb or David, who do you got? I think Caleb early on it's going to be very tough for David, but I think David could get to him in the second half of the fight. But we'll see. David's got to keep control of his emotions better, and fight intelligent, not let it get away from him in his emotions. I'm up 3 zip on the scorecard. There we go. But it's a hell of a fight. Wouldn't be surprised if Caleb outboxes him, wins a decision either. But I got David.
Misses with that jab.
And I got me in this fight right now. Oh, come on. Keep letting your hands go. We're going to walk you into a hook at some point. It's going to be deadly. Oh, finished with the hook. 2-piece to the body and finished with it. Oh, good shot by Taylor. Damn it. Let's get that back. Oh. Yep. Boom! Oh, with the 2-3. The 2-3. I love the way when you throw the 2, the way the momentum goes into the hook. Boom, like that. Kind of like real boxing there in that regard. Ooh! That's 3 of them. Hold on. He can't take many more of those. Oh, I'm getting greedy. I want to counter him. I want to punch him between punches and catch him up top with that hook. Nasty, but let's keep. It's the 4th round. We're gonna get. It's inevitable. We'll get him with it.
This fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
It's the one who draws first blood, Tom. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit, you know you're in there with a finger. You've got to be on it. You've got to be confident.
Piecing him up. Stepping in. Oh, come here. Don't run. Come on, Josh Taylor.
That hook was thrown with some bad intentions.
Counter right hand. Straight right hand. Jab. Straight right hand. Hook to the body to finish the 4th. 4 zip. 4 zip.
Winning this fight right now, I have no idea.
Alex Perez saying Jaron Ennis is the best boxer right now. No, he's not that, but he might be the most talented right now. But he still showed, some flaws in that fight against Karan Chukajan. But I still love his talent. He might be the most talented. Door saying, why hasn't he fall yet? We're going to get him to fall. Does it have career mode yet? No, not yet. Here we go. Boom! Oh, I tried to get him up top with that hook. Look at him, guys. We got him on his bike. He doesn't really want to fight anymore. Oh! That hook to the body got his attention.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match.
He can run, but he can't hide. Oof.
It's about character. This is about want.
Look how we got Josh Taylor, guys. The proud Tartan Tornado. Wants no piece of the man of the hour, Ryan Garcia. I wish Tank was in this game too, though, so we could play with Tank, but I'm taking a couple shots here that I don't need to because I'm trying to, you know, trying to make it happen. Man. We're breaking him down. To the body again. Oh, good body shot by him there. Good body shot.
Being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
How would you deal with an aggressive fight?
Let's get that. Come on. Come on. Give me something to counter up top. Josh doesn't want to stay in there at all.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one.
Oh! Oh, come on. Damn, just off with the kind of hook that could have got him. 5-zip. Jay Starsky saying, what system is this? This is on PC only right now, but it'll eventually be on PlayStation and Xbox and everything else. So here we go. All right. Man, it looks like the chat's having fun talking about Boots, and you guys kicked someone out apparently. Mark Laguna says Virgil stops Boots. I don't know about that, but I do think Virgil's is going to stop Stan Jonas. Damn, come on, Stamina, come back. There we go. Ooh! Straight right hand into the uppercut. Let's try that again. That was nice. Straight right hand. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Again. Oh, to the uppercut. To the body. Come on. Oh, he made me pay with one. Let's put our punches together, Ryan. Come on.
Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the
Oh, there it is. You see the combos. You see the combos. Walk him into one. Come on. Walk him into one. Walk him into one. Ha! Walk him into one. Oh! Walk him into it. Let's try and walk him into one, everybody. Let's use the Ali movement and walk him into one. Come on. Give me one to walk you into. You take some chances, brother. I don't want to go forward all fight. Come on. Come on. Take a chance. Walk into one. Whoop! Oh, you saw it. Oh, he's just taking these. Oh! Oh, come on, Josh. Man, we're lighting him up. Whoop! Whoop! Oh, good body shot. Good body shot. Ooh, almost walked him into it. Come on. Come on. Come on, sir. I'll do the Ali shuffle. 6-zip. 6-zip.
This fight is closer than 2 pages in a book, Johnny.
It's too hard to split. Do you listen to your head or your heart?
Dr. Ruben, who y'all got this weekend? Ponce versus Matias. I got Matias, man. Ponce is a big guy, and that can take a toll, but he's not the bigger puncher. And he doesn't really use his height, and that's going to allow Matias to fight in the pocket, not have to be forced on the outside, and Matias likes that. Wow, really? They gave him the 4th round? How'd they even give him a round? Ooh, good counter uppercut by him. I'm getting sloppy because I just want to get him out of there now. We'll get him. Let me tighten up. Let me tighten up. Go ahead, shoot some shots. Shoot some shots so I give you a little false confidence. Go ahead. Shoot off some shots. Go ahead. And then we step in with one. Yep. Ooh, okay.
Fighter has determined that they can walk through any punch punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very...
Oh, he's about to get hurt if he stays in there with me like that.
What a gift it is to have a chin, man.
Come on. Oh, yep. Yeah, see, he knows better. He knows better.
When you let those shots
I was going to
go,
rip him.
just bouncing off and then walking you down. So demoralizing. Absolutely breaks your heart.
He's just doing enough to stay alive in the fight.
exchanges from both men in this match. Right hook misses.
But we got 6 holes. We still got 5 rounds after this, so he is not going the distance. I promise you guys that.
There's a right hand.
Oh, there it is. Left hook. You're going to sleep. You're going to sleep. You're going to sleep. Yep. Yep. You're going to sleep. You guys saw it. The left hook finally came.
Looks like he's gonna survive.
You guys saw the left hook really come that time. Hold on. Is he going to beat it? Okay, he's up. He's up. We'll get him with the hook again. Oh, that's it for the round. He's fortunate. You guys saw the little step back? I took it bang with the left hook. Whoa, my ears, homie. My bad. My bad, Lobster Boy. Got hyped. Adrian Doan says, when are we going to see you on the Porterway podcast again? You will see me again, Adrian. I promise that. Kina Dimitro said you had to move in a slow motion. Yep. About to have him doing that again.
Missing with the left hook. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional...
Trying to finish him, man.
You've got a fast fighter, they will cut you to ribbons, and they know it's a matter of time before either you get
Good uppercut by
or the
Josh.
referee jumps in and saves you. This is a natural gift.
Ah,
Big hook.
we're going to finish him.
Didn't land.
Ah, just off the mark with that one. There we go.
Nice looking right hook, but he blocked it. Big shot.
Oh, oh, the hook. He's ready. He's ready to go off the hook. Let's go. Come on. A few more. He's ready to go off that hook, man. Oh, good counter uppercut. Damn, damn. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Still walk into some shit. Oh, come on, Ryan. We didn't need that step back. It was right there.
Boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
The problem with having a chin that everybody knows if they hit you, you're hurt, you're gone. You've got to protect that. You've also got to get your shots off. They forget.
Man, he is just playing that keep away. You're getting stopped, bruh. Might as well go out trying to win.
Very
Oh,
close
good.
round.
Oh, okay, he's sharp shooting me there a little bit. Might get a little. Might have got a little sloppy that round, trying to get him out of there.
I don't know which fighter is winning this bout.
That was super.
What is going on in the chat? Toby Montana and boxing scientists are having it out, or what? Wilder will KO Andy and knock him into the ropes in the first row, says 91684. Well, that fight might not happen now.
There's an uppercut. A big
Ooh, good shot. Okay, all right, let's keep it.
buckled that time.
Let's keep it straight here. Let's get him. Let's get him.
Oh, and they just got their bell rung. The old adage
A little
is,
frustrating when they just start fighting to survive, but you gotta get them out of there. Let's go.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope. You've got to hope.
Come on, the
they
audience
don't
wants to
see.
KO Josh.
You can tell
Just
he's
gotta stay on him.
But he's not faster. It
He just wants to see the finish line, man. He just wants to say he went the distance with FightHype. Come on.
Got him with a clean right uppercut. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match.
Oh, come on.
Down to who's in better shape.
Midway through the fight, you are tired. This can
Man, this dude, he go down, fool. Like Ali used to say. Ooh, getting a little sloppy there.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go.
Good stuff, Josh. Staying alive. Stinking it up.
This fight could not be any closer, could it, Johnny?
so important. The referee's gonna do his fight right.
Bro, Josh Taylor looks like Tommy Fury in this, says Toby Montana. It's funny. Do I have a Twitch account, Sean? Says Lucius Tate. What's up, Lucius? Good to see you, man. Definitely seen you in the chat plenty of times before, but I don't have one yet, but I'm gonna start one. Gonna start a Twitch. How many rounds is that Tommy Fury fight? I think it's 8. I believe it's 8 rounds. Is he in the game, Tommy Fury? No, but Tyson is. I think Tommy's gonna be in there eventually, and I heard Jake Paul's gonna be in the game too. So, wow, they gave him the last 2 rounds because I'm getting sloppy. I just want to get his ass out of there. Let's get back to our P's and Q's then. He wasted a lot of stamina walking into some shots we didn't need to, trying to get him out of there. We'll be a little sharper here. Pick our shots.
Oh, and that left hook hurt him.
See? Pick the shot a little bit, slow it down.
This fighter has tested their opponent's power and apparently isn't impressed as they continue to walk through all these power shots.
Come on, Ryan. Come on, Ryan. We'll get him. Place the shot, yep.
But then I've seen some mad punches to the chin right to crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. This is the danger spot.
My stamina is low. Piecing him up, though.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe? He scores with that right uppercut.
Come on. We can't let him go the distance, Ryan. Let's give the people a knockout.
He caught him there with the left hook.
Come on, let's get that counter in. Let's get that counter in, man. Come on.
You hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to fight it somehow.
What can they change? They can change their attitude. They can change their nervous system to throw a certain amount of punches per round. Because otherwise, if they deviate from the game plan, they're going to be shattered once again, and the fight will be over.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one.
That's my round. We touched him up. Dr. Rubin, yo, Sean, what do you think of Rigondeaux making a comeback at the age of 42? Dr. Rubin, I don't like it. Rigondeaux's best days are well past him. You know, he even had the injury. I'm happy he recovered to his eye. And, you know, his punch resistance isn't that good anymore. His reflexes aren't what they were. And he can't, you know, he's a shell of the great fighter he once was at 122 pounds. So I don't like it. Showbiz needs his fade, bruh, says Tony T. I agree. We will get it in. We will get it in. And I'll fight a lot better than this. I'm piecing up this Josh Taylor, but got a little sloppy at times. Just wanting to get him out of there for the stream. Still been dominant though, and we'll get him out of here in these last 2. I still feel. There it is. Finally. To the body, Ryan. To the body. Yep. There it is. There it is. Yeah, Tony T. It'll be a good fight, man. Damn, he's up. He's up, man. I want this KO. Let's get him out of here. Let's get him out of here.
Left shot lands.
Oh, keep hooking with me. Keep hooking with the hooker. Come on. Please, do it again.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's...
Oh, I'm exhausted.
Can they change? Can they slow
Oh, we got the arms went weary.
to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do
Oh, with the hook. Come on, man. Straight right hand counter. One more counter hook, Ryan. There. This. You will go down off the hook. Yes. Sloppy knockdown, but we'll take it. Who's this newcomer chick that's talking ish to Shields? Talk about Shadeja Green. Shadeja Green's a problem. I saw her spar grown men when she was working with Kenny Porter back in the day. We got that knockout. Saw her working with Kenny Porter back in the day, and she used to spar men, and she was a problem. So that could be a good fight for Clarissa. I don't ever favor anyone to beat Clarissa with her hand speed and pedigree and greatness in the ring, you know. But that'd be a good opponent for her as she sticks around boxing, and yeah, that'd be a good fight. Shadeja Green is a very good fighter. Yep, we got that knockout. Got the knockout to the winner's cam. Still undefeated on these FightHype streams. Haven't lost since the game came out on early access. Haven't lost on the stream yet. So let's do it. Chat, let me know, man. I know I held you hostage with a Ryan Garcia fight after we talked about the fight and everything. And Matias Ponce. Do we want to see one more before I get up out of here, or are we good on the undisputed? Let me know. That's another KO though under my belt. Ryan Garcia with the win over Josh Tella. Let's see. Yeah, man, your boy is 15-0 ranked, and what's my record? I got what, 206 wins on unranked. So do my thing, man. Do I know where the fight's going to be hosted? Asked Maurice Thomas. Fight will be hosted in Las Vegas, and now we're hearing maybe T-Mobile Center, but that's not official. But one more says Justin Wilson. One more says Young Ohio. One more says Kat Kuzmic. One more says Kina Dimitros. One more says Joshua Ortega. Dr. Rubin said run it back. All right, we'll run it. We'll run it. Marvelous Irv said, all right, that's enough encouragement. I'm happy then. All right, I didn't want to hold y'all hostage, man, if this is stale, you know. So let's get it. Can I play as Sugar Ray? I can play as Sugar Ray, but I'm going to rock with Ryan just, you know, just to keep it timely, because he's the guy. I expect to go up against a Crawford. Most people pick Crawford at lightweight. I hope I don't have to fight a fucking Sugar Ray Robinson, but let's do it. I'll be Ryan, and we'll try to close the day with another knockout with Ryan. Lobster Boy saying Mighty Ducks forever. Yes, sir. I love this. It's just all their gear when they were the Mighty Ducks was fire, so I had to buy some of it. Alicia Bumgarner better than Clarissa just off the skill and eye test. I think Clarissa's still better, but I get what you mean. Bumgarner, her counter punching and certain setups are more the pro style, and Clarissa will still throw those 5-6 punches like you see from the great American amateurs. But I mean, she makes it work. I still think Clarissa's better than Bumgarner. She's more consistent. She's not going to get tired in spots like Bumgarner, but Bumgarner is number 3 pound for pound to me. It's 1 is Shields, 2 is Taylor, and 3 is Bumgarner right now. And Serrano's 4 to me. I actually have Bumgarner as of today. I think she's a little bit better than Serrano right now. Let me see. GG Champ said, FightHype is a white dude. No, FightHype is actually a brother. But, you know, I'm one of the capos. I'm not the Don, but I'm one of the capos at FightHype. So, but no, just you know, just the answer now. Oh, Ryan Garcia versus Ryan Garcia. There we go. It's a Ryan Garcia fest today on FightHype. We wish Tank was in the game, but we gotta do what we gotta do. Dejan French saying Sean is 1,000% correct. Appreciate that, Dejan. Thank you, brother. Highness said Alicia is good for real, though. I agree. Can Mayer get back in the mix, says Josh Ortega? Definitely. I think Mayer is up there with those girls. You know, I thought Bumgarner edged her out, but I think a rematch would be great. Mayer's got to come relentless, can't box with her in the early rounds like she did in the first fight. And Mayer's a tough fight for anybody. She's tall, tough, can fight on the inside, has a good jab on the outside. So yeah, Michaela's a problem, but yeah. But I would give the edge to you know, Taylor over her at 135. I think Mayer would maybe beat Serrano right now. You know, Serrano's in her mid-30s, man. Been in a lot of wars. So, all right, I'm Red Trunks Ryan, by the way. I'm the ooh, yeah, fight with me. Come on, baby boy, we want to fight. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, like Juvenile said, yes, sir. It's the bubble right here. You're all beautiful women if you're insecure. Let me see you work that, twerk that, shirk that. Come on and do the rodeo. Let me see you bounce that, move that. Sorry, I'm being cringe, I know, but this is a dope song. And again, shout out to De La Soul, man. Dave, True Roy the Dove, Plug 2. Love you, brother. Rest in peace. Stylish, surely, our own thing. Not the disguise of showbiz. De La Soul is from the soul. And in fact, I can't deny. Oh! With the hook. Thank you for not fighting like Josh Taylor on the stream, brother. We want some action. My man with the blue trunks, Ryan Garcia, is bringing it. He's eating his shots, but he's coming to give us a show. He's coming to bring the fight. Shout out to my man with the for just bringing the fight, giving us some fun action to close with. Oh. Any De La Soul fans in the chat? I got all their albums from 3 Feet High and Rising, Balloon My State, De La Soul is Dead, The Grind Date, Stakes is High. Love De La Soul, man. A lot of you guys are sleeping. You only know them for, you know, Me, Myself, and I. The little catchy Me, Myself, and I joint, but De La was incredible. Oh, get back, Ryan. One zip. Just having fun. Wood was winning, says Zan J. That's random, but I agree. A long-haired Sean, what you think about the Lara versus Wood fight? I thought Wood was winning, but Lara, you know, it was a matter of, you know, Wood at 34 years old, you knew he would piece Lara up. He's the smarter fighter, the better boxer. But I didn't know if his reflexes would hold up for 12 rounds and get him out of the way of that left hook. I said that on my man Jamie Bourne on the Punch Perfect podcast. He had me on, and I said that on the show. I wound up picking Mauricio Lara, and I said Wood will piece him up. He'll take advantage of his defensive leaks. He's a smarter fighter, but I don't know if he'll get out of the way of that left hook for over 12 rounds, and he didn't. So Lara's good, but I think someone like Navarrete was better at 126. Oh, why am I so tired? Oh, I wasn't even paying attention to the stamina, guys. Can't do that. Check hook again.
He misses with that jab.
This dude's throwing a lot, so I could punch in between his punches. I don't have to go chase him like Josh Taylor. I should just chill and pick him off, let him throw. Now he's running, right as I say that.
It's a scoring left hand.
This guy, we should be making easy work. Let me tighten up. Sorry, chat. We're in the middle of talking boxing and.
You've got to get in there quick.
Boop.
Punch your opponent before
Boop.
he gets his fist
Boop.
back
Boop.
to block.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye. They're waiting for any little twitch.
Oh, he's glitching out. He's glitching out. He quit. All right, he quit. Yeah, he quit. That's another dub.
No complaints there at all. The crowd agree. I agree. The ref knew exactly what he with. So you know what? Great
Lucky
job.
Guy said, listen to yourself. All you can say about Ryan Garcia is he is bigger, but hey, you are entitled to your opinion. Lucky Guy. I literally broke down Ryan's whole path to victory, taking the straight right hand on the outside, not being a one-trick pony, trying to walk Tank into the hook when Tank early on is giving away rounds, touch him with the straight right hand. If Tank is behind on the cards, then you walk him into the hook. I talked about how Ryan's great hand speed and punch and power. It's just his advantage in this fight, since the speed and power is basically even, is his size. It's not skills. Tank is more skilled than him and more savvy, more experienced. Yeah, he was getting pieced up for sure. That's another dub, man. We got to go to the winners camp. Still undefeated on the FightHype streams. Do we end on that? Was that anticlimactic? Do I got to give you guys one more since he quit, or we'll call it a day, man? We got a couple dubs. I'll let you guys decide. I'm surprised we still got about 240 people in here, so yeah. So maybe that was it. Let's take a look at the final punch stats. Yeah, he was super inaccurate. Threw 44 more punches than me, but landed 6 less. 16 to 6 encounters. I was piecing him up. That's how I do it. One more JC. One more Jesus Castro. One more Aunt McQueen. One more, says Kevin Littlejohn. One more, says Zan J. Marvelous Irv says run it. Alright, fella. Jesus Castro says one more. Alright. I love you guys for wanting one more. Cause we don't want to we don't want to leave on a rage quit, right? We want to knock someone's block off and call it a night. So we'll do that. If Tank was on the game, what do you think his overall would be? 90 at lightweight, 90? Yeah. At welterweight, you know, if they put him in at 140 because the Barrio fights in the 80s, but lightweight, 90. I think him, Shakur, and Devin should all have a 90 at lightweight. Crawford maybe gets bumped up to a 91. Robinson, I don't know why he's a lightweight. He didn't fight professionally at light. Oh, great. We got to fight Sugar Ray Robinson. Awesome. Great. Ryan Garcia has to beat up Sugar Ray Robinson. This should be easy, right? Let's go. Who's my favorite boxer to watch right now, says Johnny's World of Boxing. You know, I like a couple of guys. I appreciate a little bit different of everything. I like Canelo. I love Benavidez. Boots, up until that Chukajan fight, that was tough to watch, but Boots is electric. Haney, because of the jab and the skills and the smarts. Stevenson, for the same reason, too. Crawford, you know, because of the way he punches in between punches. Yeah, I like a number of guys, you know. Best guy from 135 to 40, I'll say Haney. Say Haney. The jab, the length, defense, which is, you know, getting better. He did get touched up against Linares and JoJo, but didn't get touched much at all against Kambosos. Got touched a little bit in the rematch, but he let his hands go more too. What rating should Duran be at lightweight? 93, 94. 93, 94. Man, my man is making me sit through these full introductions. Let's get to the fight, my man. He might have rage quit already, guys. D9R Rodri says, who's GRJ? That's Gary Russell Jr. Alright. Please tell me he didn't rage quit already. Do I think Kambosos and Keyshawn would be a good fight? Absolutely. I saw Kambosos today. My man Nick Noonan posted something on Twitter of George, and he looked good. He looked good on the mitts. Still looks like he's ready to fight. And Keyshawn is still green as a professional, so that'd be a very tough fight for Keyshawn at this stage of his career. Did he quit? Did he quit? Yeah, he quit. He quit, guys. He didn't even want that smoke, man. All right, we got to fight another one because he quit. As soon as he saw my 15-0 and he saw the FightHype Sean, he probably seen me whoop ass on the stream and knew what was coming, so we got to find someone else. We got to find someone who wants to fight. Bro, you had Sugar Ray Robinson. You know how easy it is to win that fight with Sugar Ray Robinson? All right, let's find someone else. and end on a high note. End on a high note. I got dudes rage quitting before the fight starts, Jesus. My man pulled a Curtis. He did. Brent Boyer pulled a Curtis Harper. He said, fuck this. You are absolutely right, Brent Boyer. He hit me with the nah. Nah. I'm good. Nah. Said, I'm straight on that. I don't want to get beat up in front of the whole world on FightHype. Tank would be 87 overall, says Young Ohio. Yeah, 140 maybe, but I think at lightweight he gets to the 90. All right. Damn, son is 40 wins, 26 losses, and he's using Sugar Ray Robinson. This ain't gonna be easy. This ain't gonna be easy. And I'm treating this fight with a lot more respect because it's Sugar Ray and everything. I gotta pick my shots. Johnny's World of Boxing, that is correct, my brother. J213, what's up? Back to you. Mike Anthony, is this a real boxing game? It is. Undisputed, early access on PC. Ryan and Tank got announced, so we thought why not go ahead and get some fights in with Ryan to finish the stream. Did he quit too? Did he quit? We're going to take those punches. Oh, and Sugar Ray Robinson, he can't hold up. He can't hold up, and he rage quits again. My God, look how shook. Look how shook we got these dudes on the stream, everybody. We have to fight another person because they just rage quit. They see the O, guys. They see the O, and it just scares them all off. That's another dub on the stream. As petty as it is, I have to go to the winners camp. That's a tradition after every win. So winners, got that, bang. We did that, but we're not gonna stop. I already know. I won't even ask if you guys want another one. We're not concluding on a rage quit. That's 3 rage quits in a row, though. God damn. Nobody wants to sign a contract, Colin Ruiz. This has gotten ridiculous. Getting ducked. Thank you, Johnny's World. You see piss down his leg. Dejan French said the man had piss down his leg. Colin Ruiz said, I got the prime Golovkin reputation on Undisputed. For real, man. These guys are Sergio Martinez and Miguel Cotto. All right, we got one. He don't know better. He's 0-0. He hasn't lost yet. He don't know better. He'll take this fight. Terrence Crawford. He's got Terrence Crawford. He's got Terrence Crawford. Come on, man. Just give us one last fight, man. Just fight to the end of the knockout. You know, you get to get knocked out. At least publicly in front of everybody, you get to say, "Hey, that was me on FightHype." Just don't rage quit, man. Let's get this work in and end on a high note. Whoever you are using Terrence Crawford, let's go. Oh, he's ready to fight. Let's go. All right, let's be smart with Bud. Let's be smart. Pick our shots. Ooh, he beat me off the jab that time. Ooh, again, 1-2. We want to take our time with Bud. Oh, checked him into the hook. That's the game all day with Ryan. The big left hook. Ryan's got some good length, good reach. Almost said good length, and then I would have had to done, the customary pause. I don't even like doing that. I feel like pause has made things more pause-worthy. Like I wasn't even thinking about that. Anyway, we're piecing up this Crawford. We're getting him out of here. We're ending the stream with a real KO, not a rage quit. Oh, I gotta be careful. He finally got me with one of those haymakers. Boop, boop, boop. Boop. He's hurt. Yeah, he'll survive that. It's early, but we already hurt him once. Oh, we got him again with the hook. And another hook. Come on, let's hurt him again off the hook. He's hurt off the hook. Oh, they got to make it better. Your ability to finish off. it gets clunky and weird. Come on, Terrence. Boom, off that hook again. Give me another opening off it. Thank you, sir. Boom. Come on. Come on, Terrence.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go.
We'll take that first round beautifully. Yes, sir. Oh, another hook. Oh, another hook. Beautifully, baby. 1-zip. El Maserati Honcho says trash fight. El Maserati, what do you mean? Come on, man. I'm giving you your thing, brother. I hit him with some beautiful check left hooks and all that. Which trash fight are you talking about, El Maserati? King Pedford says this is live. I'm buying the game. Nice hooks. Yeah. If you're a boxing fan, it's definitely worth the $30 on PC, bro, for sure. And as stiff as it looks, it plays better than it looks. You know, me when I catch them with that hook and counter and punch in between their punches, it feels good. You know, the game's in early access, still needs work for sure. But one thing I like about this game better than Fight Night is the counter punching. See that? Ooh! Oh, come on, Crawford. You're lucky. Ooh, there it is again off the hook. We're gonna stop him off the hook, man. Ryan Garcia special to end the stream.
Why aren't they defending?
Ooh, just a little out of range. Little boom, there it is. Now I'm rushing a little bit. Whoop. Oh, that was just off.
This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then we'll strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this.
Oh! Oh! One of those hooks is going to do it. I know that's a little annoying. I'll stop doing the oohs. He's going to sleep. He's going to sleep.
Here's a scoring blow. Looks like we're going to see an early night here. He is rocked. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Trying to just weather this tornado coming at it.
Ooh, the uppercut left hook right there. That's it. 2-zip. 2-zip. Dominant performance right now. Dominant performance. Marvelous Irv say we're celebrating Tank Garcia, right? So we might as well play with Ryan. We would switch it up and do Tank Ryan over, you know, back and forth. But Jesus Castro said this some Gotti Ward shit. Nah, Jesus, this is a little too. I'm beating the hell out of him. The Gotti Ward was two-way action. I'm just piecing him up. This is some Mayweather Gotti. Or De La Hoya Gotti. Whoop! Oh, there it is. There it is. I had to say it because I knew I was going to get him off the hook. Oh, the uppercut! Man, he keeps escaping, man. Oh, the hook! And this'll do it. This'll do it. That'll do it. The left hook and down goes Crawford. Down goes. We're sorry, Terrence, but it's Ryan and Tank's night, so we gotta. It's only fitting we get some left hook knockouts with Ryan Garcia. 8, 9. Oh, he's up at 9. He's up at 9. Can we close with a highlight reel knockout for the fans watching at home? The fans want to see that hook. Come on, Ryan. Let's send him home happy. Oh, the hook hurts Crawford again. Oh, I threw it too many times. My bad. That was stupid. My bad. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh.
Caught him with a left hook. reaction time. You've got to get in there quick. As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget.
Ooh! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Some of these counter shots I'm hitting them with are just nasty. Oh! 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 You see it. You see it. You see it. You had to screenshot that. Which would you have to screenshot, Toby Montana? Jab hook, says King Pedford. I would, man, but we're just piecing them up with what's working already. Oh. Man, he's not going to hold up to this much longer, man. We're going to catch you in between one of those punches, Crawford, and counter you with the hook. There it is. Oh, and the hook. Dang. Ryan Garcia is ready for Tank Davis. If Undisputed is any indication right now, Ryan Garcia is ready. 8, 9, 10, and that'll do it. Ryan Garcia's left hook too much for Terrence Bud Crawford. Is this the kind of Ryan Garcia we see April 22nd? Look at me just hyping up the fight like an asshole. But is that what we see? But that's how we do it, baby. That's how we close. We get a knockout like that, not a rage quit. Still undefeated on the stream. Keena Dimitro said, why are you doing TC like that? Keena, don't forget to check my Twitter. I got a whole counter-punching beautiful video with Crawford. So I've done some beautiful stuff with Crawford in this game. Anyway, final punch stats. 31% to 51%. 29 to 3 in counter-punching. You already know what it is. To the winner's cam. I love you, chat. We're going to have to close on that. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Ryan and Tank, April 22nd. I'll see everyone for Fight Week. I'll be live tomorrow night with Subriel Matias fighting for the vacant IBF junior lightweight or junior welterweight title against Jeremias Ponce of Argentina. And I might do a little something earlier in the day with Floyd Mayweather's exhibition. Why not? You know. And then Sunday we got the Tommy Fury fight. And then Monday I'll Z-cap it all live. Maybe play a little more Undisputed at the end of some of those streams if you guys keep enjoying it. Highness said it was a lit stream. That's what I'm hoping. I hope it was fun for everybody. Shout out to those of you, more than half of you stuck around for like 2 hours. You guys are awesome. Some of you stuck around once the boxing talk was done and we started playing with Ryan. So you guys are awesome. King Pedford said, do more of these, bro. I definitely will. Mark Laguna says, thank you for streaming. Keena says, nah, you nice though. I'm going to definitely be on your Twitch. Thank you, Keena. You are awesome throughout, man. Marvelous Irv. Thank you, brother. El Maserati Ancho, everybody that was in the chat, Zanjay, D9R Rodri, thank you, brother. Everyone, you guys were awesome tonight. Enjoy the fights here. Benavides Plant, Fulton Inoue, Tank and Ryan, hopefully Fury and Usyk, Devin Haney, Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez, Josh Taylor. The skies were admittedly dark, but things have brightened up now, and it looks like we got some real championship boxing. Even Sunday, Badu Jack fighting for the WBC belt. We got some real championship boxing back now, and that's good. Things are looking up. Everyone have a great one. I'll catch you later.